Hello there, folks. I'm Dan Brown from a sort of interestinglife.com, and you're joining me for one of the ultimate rural bike rides. Now, we're leaving Oswestry here to head all the way down the back roads to a place called Babbins Wood. It's not really relevant, particularly where all these places are. Basically, it's a lot of going down these nice rural lanes, mixed in with a couple of these slightly more main rural lanes, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But after about 20 minutes or so, maybe not even that long, we end up going down this road and then turning off into the proper real country lanes where nobody really ever goes. And this is one of my favourite bike ride commutes that you might have seen in previous videos when me and a couple of friends did it after a big day of boating all the way up the Montgomery Canal. We join onto this road that leads into Whittington if you wish to follow it all the way, but we definitely don't. We want to turn off here, and basically from this point on, this becomes one of the more bizarre routes that I come in and out of town to work from. For anybody who's interested and wondering why I always do bike rides from town to the boat, it's basically because I learned pretty early on that biking and doing a video of from the boat into the town just isn't as good and isn't as pleasing to end the video going, oh yeah, and look, we're in the middle of a town now, that's not great or beautiful or anything. So I always like to do it this way around because it's just infinitely better to have that, oh yeah, this is it, this is the escape after whatever I've been doing in town for the day or what have you. And it's this escaping into the countryside and away to the boat to go and play around for a few days and what have you. So as you can see now, we're proper in the countryside. But the reason that this is one of my more favourite routes, and I've cut out loads and loads of different turn-ins and roads and stuff on this video because I want to try and keep these bike rides a little bit shorter. This right here is the moment that it changes to one of the better routes that I do, and that's because we're literally going to step off the bike now, clamber over this fence and walk our bike over, I think, 3 fields to join the canal just down from the Frankton Locks, which again you'll have probably seen or will be seeing in a lot of videos over the next couple of weeks. And this is just absolutely perfect. It's certainly not the most perfect day. You might have seen a spot of rain on the camera lens earlier in this video, as there was the usual thing you can see there. To one side, beautiful blue skies. To the other side, absolute awful weather and rain hammering down a few miles in the distance. But you can imagine as well, clambering over some of these stiles with a bike on your back is not ideal. Certainly not on some of the narrower ones where you're basically just wedging a bike sideways between a couple of thorn bushes. And this is what I, again, sort of find fascinating with this area on the canal. I apologise again, I'm recording this voiceover on the boat itself, so if you can hear all sorts of rocking and creaking in the background, I apologise. But you can see, just walking down the tyre tracks to try and cut across the field in the easiest way, you might see a very faint line just to the centre of the video here, as there is a slight sort of bit of very softly downtrodden crop there that you could see led straight across to this stile and back to the canal itself. And we're going to bike up now past the basin just at the bottom of the Frankton Locks and then up past the locks that you'll have seen in many videos, I'm quite sure. So I suppose at this early stage I'll start to wrap it up and say thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed again this completely random little trip as we find our way back to Tilly. Again, how much does this look like the world's most perfect day, considering that we've been drizzled on the way out to the boat? So, as usual, feel free to subscribe for weekly biking and weekly boating videos and goodness knows what else in the great outdoors. Feel free to check out the Facebook page or add me personally on Facebook and Twitter and all the usual plugs. Feel free to check out my audiobook on Audible. You might be able to get it free with a free trial, so please do check that out. Or check out my real books, actual proper books for the Kindle, as in, when I say proper books, that sounds terrible. I mean actual written word books, all digital, unfortunately, at this early stage. But just check the links in the description for everything I've just mentioned, as this has gone all off the rails. And until the next time, keep it bike worthy, keep it boat worthy, and have a fantastic day. Farewell.